Welcome back to another video, good people. This is the Ian West Network, and today we're going to do another video, but this one is going to be on the Alcatel Joy Tab 2, which is sold at Metro by T-Mobile for those that are looking for a tablet for themselves or for their kids. So let's hop right into this video and see, is it worth a purchase? Alrighty, so first things first, excuse me. The first thing I'm going to say about this particular tablet. Actually, no, before we even jump into the tablet, just so you guys know, this is going to be the last 2 recordings that I post. Well, let's say 3 recordings this week where I'm going to use this old camera. This is the OnePlus N10 5G. Moving forward, I will be using the Pixel 6 Pro as a camera primarily. It's time to step up the production value, you know, of videos. But anyway, let's hop into this tablet. So this is the Alcatel Joy Tab 2. You can get this at Metro by T-Mobile. I do not know the original price for this tablet, primarily because I'm here to talk to you guys about the actual sales. And most people don't actually buy tablets for the original pricing. It's always some type of discount, unless you're a contract company where you pay the full price. So if you switch over to Metro by T-Mobile, tablets cannot be activated on a line by themselves. You are required to have a phone line along with it. Though the prices for the tablet itself, if we're talking about the price for the plan, is about $15. I think there's another one for 20 or 30 has like a 720p or 1080p for a higher resolution of videos you can stream. But the regular plan is $15. That's what most people get started with. Now, when you add a line for this particular tablet, all you're paying for, the current promotion anyway, is roughly about $25. $10 for the tablet, $15 for the line. Activation fee is waived. You're walking out the store with a brand new tablet. Simple and easy. Now, the question is whether this tablet is actually worth it. So what we're first going to do is we're going to take a look at it. Now, most tablets, like at the bottom, most tablets or phones for that matter have a headphone jack. I'm sorry, not headphone jack, the charger port on the bottom. Unfortunately for this particular one, which is a little weird design, but it's okay because it's a tablet, not only is the headphone jack, but the charger port, put it up a little closer. This is one of the reasons why I'm going to use that Pixel moving forward for a camera. You have your charger port at the top, at the top. You have your headphone jack also at the top. Your volume rockers are actually on the right-hand side. Sorry about that. And the lock button right here. Also on your right hand side. Most Androids are kind of taking that trend now. Personally, I prefer the volume rockers to be on the left, but I'm not a manufacturer, so there you go. The SIM card tray is on the left hand side. Though what I will say about this particular tray is that you can put an SD card inside of it. It's one thing to move applications over, but realistically, your applications are always on the tablet itself. So it is only 32 gigs, so be aware of that. So if we're just talking about the physical design, it's plastic. It's not like you have anything special that comes with this. There's no specialized settings. There's no wireless charging. There's no, I'm about to say MagSafe, but this isn't an Apple product, so of course it's not going to be that. It's just a basic generic all over the place. Basic generic tablet. So if we're talking about the screen, it is an 8-inch screen, just so you know. Resolution is 1280 by 800. So you're getting a PPI of only 189, which is extremely, extremely, extremely low. Extremely low. I'm going to say that one more time. Extremely low. It's not good at all. So a lot of the pictures, especially this one, is going to look a little washed out, primarily because, again, it's a very cheap screen. But you have to remember, if you're buying a product like this, I'm not going to compare this to an iPad. I'm not going to compare this to anything that's a $700, $800, $900 product. You're buying this for simplicity. Or is it with a cheap deal? They said, hey, you know, for $25 more, and then $15 every month, you could get a whole tablet line. It's like, all right, if I buy it, I buy it. If I decide to cancel it, whatever, I have a free tablet. I can give it to the kids. I keep it for myself. I can check emails. You know, it's not much you're really going to do on this tablet. It's not very good for gaming. But anyway, let's hop on to the next part since I said it's not very good for gaming. So you're getting the, no, this is a quad-core processor. I believe it's the MediaTek M187. So there's a little bit more to that processor. I'm to give you the short version. It's not a good processor at all. This thing only has 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs internally, but you have to remember, no device uses the full 32 gigs. You get 24.5 available because of software and what it takes to actually run the system and bloatware and things like that. The SD card can expand up to 256. So for you 512 and you 1 terabyte people, unfortunately, those SD cards won't work on here. Now, granted, if there's a software update, and I don't know if this works for Android, but if they update the software and it allows it to read something higher, that's a different story. But until then, just don't go past 256. And if you have a tablet like this, you're not going to go past 256 anyway, because realistically, it doesn't have a good enough camera where you're going to sit here and say, you know what, I'm going to do a lot of recording on this. No. 9 times out of 10, if you have a Metro device and you're adding this on as a secondary, like a tablet onto your account, you already have a primary phone that's going to have a better camera than this by far. It is what it is. In addition to that, it is Android 10. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings and do an update just to kind of show you guys in real time. You know what? I actually went to the wrong section. Let me see. Let's go to system. Let's see if it lets me do it here. Yep, system update. Let's tap that. So there is a system update for this tablet. Okay, but the battery's too low. There is a system update for this tablet, but all the research that I actually did on this, it's nothing that signifies that this is actually going to get Android 11. Now, granted, it is possible that it could, but don't cross your fingers. The reason I'm going to say that is because a lot of times with these tablets, this has been out for a while. I want to say it's been out for at least close to a year, if not longer. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's been out for quite some time because I had this tablet along with the LG tablet they no longer sell. And it's been a little while since that tablet actually been out. They did recently release the A7 Lite, which I'm about to pull that up in a moment. But let's talk a little bit more specs about this one, and then we'll do a quick comparison. In addition to that, what else does this come with? So it does have a 4080 mAh battery, not replaceable, and it has wired 10-watt charging. So you're not getting fast charging. It's going to be extremely slow. It's probably going to take a couple hours, 2 hours or so to completely charge this tablet from 0 to 100%. Though it probably will be a little bit faster if you left the tablet off. But most people use their products while they're charging, so be aware that if it does get a little bit warm while you're doing that, which it shouldn't really, you'll have that the reason why that's happening. In addition, you have a 5 megapixel camera. Lock this 5 megapixel camera in the back right here. Nothing special. Only thing it is capable of doing is 1980 by 1080 full HD recording only at 30 frames. It can't go any higher than that on the back. And as for the front, you also have a 5 megapixel camera at 1920 by 1080. That also does full HD. So if we're being completely honest, again, this tablet isn't really anything special at all. It's more of a situation where if you get it because you want a tablet or you want to experience having a tablet so you don't have to run down the battery on your actual phone device. That's one of the reasons why I got my tablet. And again, as you can see in the video right here, this is the OnePlus N10 5G recording. Again, after these quick series of 3 uploads over the next day or so, I'll be using the Pixel moving forward. So if you watch some of these videos and some seem super clear, especially in the last month, while others seem super, it's because I was switching between the iPhone 13, the iPhone 12, and the Pixel 6 Pro. And I decided to stick with the Pixel 6 Pro, primarily because all the applications on Android I'm already subscribed to all of them. Canva and everything for editing. So, here we are. Well, not so much editing, but editing photos. Anywho, with that being said, there is the one last part of this video where I want to show you guys. Now, granted, that's me showing the little specifications. I took a picture in case I forgot. This is the Galaxy A Tab A7 Lite. This is the Joy Tab 2. Now, the huge difference between the two is one is the processor is much more powerful in the Samsung device. I actually did a review on this guy right here, which getting this out of the store, last time I checked, is roughly about $100. That's with the plan and the device itself. Of course, the plans are the same for both, $15 for either or, so you don't have to worry about that price discrepancy in terms of monthly service price. Now, we're talking about what each device is capable of doing. Again, if all I do is watch Netflix or Hulu or things like that on my tablet, I read a lot of manga, a lot of magua. I don't know how to say the word, but the Korean version of manga, which is super awesome. Take a look at that. There's a lot of titles. I'm not going to give you a particular title, but just take a look. To be completely honest with you, obviously the Samsung is leaps and bounds better. Be it camera, be it processor, be it screen resolution. It's just a better device, and we're aware of that. But it is a little bit more costly compared to this device over here, which you're literally getting for $10. And then you're getting, the plan's 15, so it's like 25 at the activation. Here's the part that really, this is the part that's going to determine whether you want to buy this device. If you're using this for emails, if you're using this for basic YouTube, things like that, there's nothing wrong with the Tab 2, though it does have its laggy moments, not going to lie and act like it doesn't. Both devices are 4G LTE, so neither one are 5G capable, so data speeds are going to be very similar, though I did get better speeds on the Samsung overall in certain instances, or applications loaded faster, but sometimes web pages loaded faster on this one also, so it really depends. They're very similar in terms of speeds of just, Samsung's a little bit faster in download speeds, but again, they're both low budget tablets. So we're not going to compare them to iPads or anything like that. We're just comparing them to each other. Lastly, if you're trying to get this tablet for someone that's gaming, you have a child, they want to game, they want to play Subway Surfer, they want to play Call of Duty. I'm going to be honest with you. The Samsung Tab over here does a much better job of playing games like Call of Duty. Granted, it still skips. Granted, it's on the lowest setting with the lowest frame rate because it can barely handle it. It still can play it. Even though it plays it poorly, it still can play it. Versus an Alcatel Tab 2, even though the screen resolution is lower screen resolution does typically allow games to run better, especially if they have similar processors. But the processor in this is worse than this anyway. So no matter how you look at it, this can't really handle any of that type of gaming whatsoever. If you're playing, I don't know, Woody, which is a little puzzle game, Subway Surfer, all the basic stuff, sure, it can play it. The problem is if you have a child that's into a lot of gaming and they gradually are downloading bigger files and better files or better games that require more power, ultimately the Samsung is the better decision. Remember, this is strictly for Metro by T-Mobile is what I mean. These two tablets are offered. I'm not going to sit here and tell you these are the best tablets in the world. They're not. It's just that when you're comparing them in the store and you're wondering, well, they're the same size. They're both 8 inches. Which one's honestly better? Wait, are they the same size? No, you know what? No, they're not. Actually, the Samsung Tab is a little bit bigger. What is a Samsung Tab? Samsung is 8 point something or 9 inches. I forget which one it is, but it's not 10. Anyway, the point is that, yes, the Samsung is a bigger screen. The Alcatel is a little bit smaller. The Samsung has 4 gigs of RAM. The Alcatel has 3. The cameras are very similar, but it's much sharper on this. This has a better battery life. This has a better picture. This is a better overall tablet. If you don't mind spending $100 out of store, definitely get the Samsung A7 Lite. But like I said, you will experience lag on both of them. You will experience nothing. Your grand total experience to me isn't going to be so dramatically different that you're going to say, oh, the Alcatel Tab is just absolutely terrible. The everyday usage is fine. It's when you start using applications, Facebook, Instagram, blah, 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 blah. That's when you're going to notice the Samsung is without a doubt the better tablet. But again, for us, push this to the side. For this right here, $10 for activation. $10 for the price of the tablet. When you add a tablet line, and $15 for the plan is not bad at all. So anywho, that is the video. So for those that are interested in more technical aspects of this, there are other videos out there that do that. The only reason I'm not going to dive into that and show you applications like I normally do is because, like I said, this is a very low budget tablet. You have to understand that the cheapest Android device, we're talking, let's say the Alcatel or the Revel 4, right? That is better than this tablet. So if you watch this whole video and you heard what I said, which I'll put a link in the description to Metro's website so you can see this tablet yourself. Matter of fact, no. I'm going to put a link in a website that leads to Phone Arena or GSM or one of them websites that will show you the tech specs of this particular tablet. And then I'll put the A7 Lite in there also so you can kind of do a comparison and be like, okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about which tablet is actually better. But I also have reviews on both of them. So that is the video. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one with the better camera, of course.